Welcome to another edition of Highlander News. I'm Grace.
And I'm Carson. Valley City High School recently put on their production of Mary Poppins.
Reporter Amelia Meester takes you behind the scenes.
Putting together a theater production like Mary Poppins takes many hours of work. Practices Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, dress rehearsal, and matinee, all in the span of around 3 months.
Jane and Michael, thanks.
Precision and momentum, that's all that I ask.
Step in time, never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Think you will step in time.
Our grips, sound and lights crew, music directors, and theater directors are all a huge part in making the show all come together.
Sing on, viva, viva.
I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
But after all the work, we get an incredible production like Mary Poppins.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down.
For Highlander News, this is Amelia Meester.
Reporter Carson Hass introduces you to the new face in the Counseling Center.
I'm Sherry Larson. I'm the guidance secretary in the Counseling Center here in the junior senior high school. I grew up in Marion, North Dakota, and I graduated from Litchfield Marion High School, and after graduation I moved to Valley City and went to Valley City State University. Throughout my life or my work life, I have always been a fundraiser or a grant writer. And so coming here has been a little bit of a change where I'm not in that fundraising field anymore, but it's been great. The staff has been amazing to work with, and I've really enjoyed getting to know the students. My family consists of Mr. Larson. He is my husband, and you'll know him as the junior high principal here at the school. My son Talon is a sophomore, and my daughter Nora is a third grader at Jefferson.
From Highlander News, this is Carson Hass.
Although their names are very similar, their jobs are very different.
Reporter Hayden Becker introduces you to the ladies in the senior high office.
My job title is attendance secretary, and my main responsibility is keeping track of kids all day.
My job title is administrative assistant at Valley City High School. Some of my main job duties are working in Power School, working in Frontline, making sure we have all of our subs lined up. I check a lot of emails, and amongst all that, answer the phones and the doors and make sure kids are where they're supposed to be.
Although they work together now, both ladies come from different previous jobs.
I worked at Essentia Clinic in Valley City for 3 years, and then I have worked at the high school for over 2 years, I believe, since COVID's hit.
Prior to working here, I worked at Heartland Products for 15 years as a project manager, and I have been here this is my 7th year.
It's a unique experience when working with your own kids.
I had to give Jacob a tardy last year because I made him go to Healthier You Nutrition for me, and he was late because the line was long, and he had an unexcused tardy for that, and he still holds me to it. And I've had to give Sam unexcused tardies, yes.
I have not had to give Ethan a tardy. I've given him an excuse tardy when he had to leave early, but no blue tardies or detention. Let's hope it stays that way.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Hayden Becker.
Baking is so easy you could do it blindfolded.
Reporter Grace Meyer takes on the challenge.
Welcome to our baking show where we cook blindfolded.
First we're going to be adding our cake mix.
Okay, next we're going to add in 1.5? Yeah. 1.5 cups of water. 1 1.25. Okay.
We're gonna be adding in the oil.
Did you get it in the bowl?
I think so.
Okay. Next, we're gonna be adding in 3 eggs. Now we
Vigorously.
mix, right?
Yes. Next, we're gonna be putting in the cupcake tins. Here, you want some?
Yeah. Okay, so now we put the things in, the batter.
Your right sleeve.
And now it's time to put them in the oven.
And now we'll be decorating. So now we're gonna be taste testing them. Reporting for Highlander News, this is Grace Meyer.
Many students and staff members are involved in the National Guard. Among them is senior Eric Inkstead.
Gabriel Herzog brings you the story.
Over the summer, I was at Army Basic Training. It is a 10-week course where you go there and they train you to become a soldier. I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. It's in the middle of the Ozarks in Missouri, so it was extremely hot, humid. If it rained, it would be like 4 inches of rain. The basic schedule for each day, you would get up about 3 to 5 o'clock, depending on what day it was or what you're doing that day. You would either do morning PT, which is working out, or something that they had planned. Then you'd go and eat morning breakfast. Then you'd go out to the training area. First couple of weeks, it would be either medical stuff, how to move an injured person, stuff like that. There would also be just like one-off classes. We learned how to do radios, how to shoot, how to move as a team. After you're done with morning training, you basically go to lunch, and after that you would either continue on training, go do another thing, or get yelled at for a while, just whatever they felt like doing. And then we would go to supper. After that, we were pretty much done most days. Then we would go to bed at about 8 o'clock every day. Really, the reason why I joined is because the people who have been in it and the people who are in it right now, and everyone who's come before me, they really are role models to me, and I'd much rather be like them than someone who can't hold their own in anything. One thing I advise anyone, if you're looking to join or if you're thinking about it, go talk to a recruiter. It doesn't matter if you want to do active duty, National Guard. My National Guard fit my plans for life, goals for life much better than active duty did. If you want to go active duty, go for it. If you want to go National Guard, go for it. Talk to somebody. It's not as daunting of a task, and hey, it ends. If as long as you're not the bottom 2% of people who go, you're going to pass.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Gabriel Herzog.
Last year, we saw Marissa Hofarth start her own soap company. During this time, it's changed a lot.
Reporter Josie Spangler brings you the story.
My aunt has a soap business in Montana, and I really was interested in doing soap like that. And she taught me how to make it, and then I kind of wanted to make my own business, so I did. The main ingredients in the soap are oil. You have to melt the hard oil. You have to mix the lye and the goat milk together. And then you mix the lye mixture with the oils. And then you add your scents. So we use essential oil. And then you pour it into your molds. And you unmold the soap. And you put it in a box and let it cure for about a month. And then you can use it. So our labeling changed a little bit. So we were doing green bags with like a little tag on them. Now we're just doing a little wraparound tag. I've gotten more experience with making the soap, so I don't make as many mistakes. I learned how to talk more to people because I go to vendor fairs. I hope that our words get spread around and people will buy more from us. It's for a good cause, so it's funding for college, for what I want to do in the future. So we will be at most vendor fairs, and we have a website, and we also have Facebook and Instagram.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Josie Spengler.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Highliner News. I'm Carson.
And I'm Grace.